Hi guys, so I know this isn't like, the white background, like fanciness of like my usual videos, even though my usual videos aren't all that bougie and stuff. But um I just really wanted to sit down and have like a little rant and a bit of a chit chat with you guys. Because I don't know, I feel like I've watched so many other YouTubers make YouTube that their safe space, and I want YouTube to be my safe space where I can be myself and enjoy myself and be real with the people who are watching. And so, what I really just want to talk about is something that's been really heavy on my heart lately. It's something that I'm just really dealing with. Like right now, I was just sitting there before I went to record this video, and I was trying to like distract myself from thinking about it, and I just couldn't. And I decided that it was probably something that I should talk about, instead of trying to avoid thinking about it, trying to avoid feeling this way. I think maybe talking about it will make somebody else feel better, and somebody else will understand it and feel the way I do. But as you guys know, you can probably tell from being on my channel and watching other videos, my biggest focus has been beauty, and specifically makeup more so than anything. I plan on coming out with hair videos and things like that, but my videos have specifically been makeup. And lately I've just been so harsh to myself, so awful to myself when it comes to makeup. And if you don't know, which most of y'all know because most of my subscribers at this point in my YouTube career are my friends, one of my biggest insecurities has always been my skin. I wish I could really show y'all, but I have really bad scarring. It's not showing, but I have hyperpigmentation. I have scarring everywhere. Having a little bit of a breakout right now too. Like you can't see it, but just little bumps and stuff. And it's not like cystic acne or the worst thing in the world, but it's something that bothers me. And I struggle with feeling good about myself without makeup. And I equally struggle with feeling good about myself with makeup. And I just don't know what to do, you know what I'm saying? Because I saw this quote, like I saw this post my friend posted, and it was like, I love my natural face more, but I feel more confident in my makeup face. And I feel like I can relate to that. I love both sides of me. I love when I do my makeup, and I love when I'm barefaced. But there are just days when I hate looking in the mirror, like, and and what makes it hard is that I've never been insecure, and I've never been a person who struggled with that, and I never understood girls who did struggle with that. And so recently, with me struggling with that, has been really taxing on me, very difficult for me to understand, because I've never felt this way before. I've never felt like, oh my God, like I'm not that pretty, or oh my God, like my skin is so bad and somebody's gonna notice it and it's just gonna be so awful. It's gonna be such a bad situation. Like, I don't know. I don't know where it stemmed from. I don't know where and I think that's what, if you're like me, you're going through this, like, we just need to find where the insecurity is rooted. That's what I'm struggling with right now. Like, where is this insecurity coming from? Because I mean, I've always felt bad about my skin. That's not new. But even now, like when I do my makeup, I don't feel like it's pretty enough. Like, I don't feel like my makeup is pretty. I don't feel like, the reason I haven't came out with consistent looks is because I haven't consistently been wearing makeup, because I've hated my makeup. I literally hated my makeup. Hate it when I do it. do my makeup and look at myself like, oh my God, I look cakey, my skin isn't smooth, and it just looks awful. And then I'm like, well, I'm just going to wipe it all off because it just looks like trash and I hate it. But then it's like, I don't necessarily like the way my skin is looking or like the way that I look without it either. And I feel like social media and YouTube and things like that have made it extremely easy to look at yourself and judge things that you never judged before. Like let's say here, even though this isn't something that I struggle with, it's something that I've noticed I think about more often. My entire life I've been like, oh, I have thick brows, like I love my eyebrows and everything's great about them. And here recently I've like been looking and I'm like, my eyebrows actually aren't that thick and they aren't really this pretty nice shape, and oh, I should probably fill them in because they don't look all that great. I mean, they're not bad, like they're not thin like everybody, like, you know how most people hate their brows, but they're also not like thick and super shapely and pretty, so I should probably fill them in. And then I'll fill them in, I'm like, oh my God, they're like too dark and I hate them. And it's just like, it's a never ending cycle. Like, and I've never been insecure about my brows. But now I see what other people are doing, and it affects the way I see myself. Like, and that's just like a wild guess, honestly. That is a wild guess of what's bothering me, like, or why it's bothering me. One thing I'm guessing would be that I'm doing YouTube now and I'm on Instagram and I like taking pictures now, and I'm like, oh, well, gotta get the perfect picture. Or I'm on Snapchat and I'm like, oh, I want to post pretty things and I want to feel like the most gorgeous person in the world, and I want to feel like, oh my God, I'm so pretty. And I don't know, like, I guess that's it. I'm guessing part of it comes from social media and comparison. And when I say the things I'm about to say, like, I really don't want y'all to hear me as a hypocrite. I want y'all to hear what I would tell my friends if they were going through what I'm going through. And I'm hoping that by creating this video and talking about it, I'm teaching to myself. Like, even I'll post things on Snapchat about like self-love and things like that. People be like, if only you were nicer to yourself about the things that you're saying. And you know what? You're right. If I implemented some of the things that I am able to teach other people, my life probably would be easier. I would probably feel a lot better, but it's not that simple. And that's why I post things and I say certain things to make other people feel better, because I don't want y'all or other people to feel the way I feel a lot of the time. Like, and my emotions fluctuate so easily. Like this morning, I put on my mascara and some lip gloss. I brushed my brows and I was like, I feel pretty and I look pretty today. And then I went on through the day, and that emotion of security dwindled. And I don't know why. Like, I went into Ulta today. Okay, so I went into the Ulta today because the foundation that I bought before my vacation, I tried it and it was way too light after vacation. So I was taking it back today because I'm moving tomorrow. Y'all see that vlog next week probably. But yeah, I'm moving and I won't be as close to Ulta anymore. So I was like, let me go ahead and exchange this foundation out real quick right now while I have the time. And as soon as I went in there to find a foundation, I just felt instantly like my confidence was crushed all over again. And nothing sucks more than something you're passionate about being the thing that hurts you. I love makeup so much. I think it's such a beautiful thing. I think that makeup is just so wonderful and I love it. And well, at least I used to enjoy doing it. And I don't think it's YouTube's fault that I suddenly stopped enjoying it. I've been feeling this way before YouTube. I've been feeling this way. It ain't nothing that's come with YouTube. But I love makeup so much. And it causes me pain, and I don't know why. I wish I knew why. It seems to cause me so much pain whenever I do it. Whenever I go to find makeup or try out makeup, it just seems like such a depressing narrative. Because for one, it seems like every time I do my makeup, I have to have a breakout. I have a breakout each time. And that sends me into my spiral of insecurity when it comes to my skin. So, in order for me to enjoy one of the biggest pleasures for me, which is doing my makeup, I have to sacrifice my skin. And when I sacrifice my skin, I am, in a sense, sacrificing a part of my security and myself. And that's not okay. Because I feel like I said, I'm trying to tell y'all what I would tell my friend if it were me. You should love yourself no matter what. You should see what other people see in you, because I have so many people who tell me I am so beautiful and wonderful, and I try so hard to believe them. I do not want to be one of those people who cry on YouTube. That is, but I think it's important, so I'm gonna post it. I'm gonna post this. But I think it's so important to love yourself and give yourself the benefit of the doubt. Tell yourself you're beautiful every day, even if you feel like you're lying. I have to do that so often. Like, it's so often where I just have to, like, look in the mirror and be like, you're gorgeous. Stop doing yourself like this. Because in all actuality, whether it feels like, even though it feels like a lie, it is the truth. I am beautiful. I am wonderful. Everything about me is wonderful because God made me that way. God made me wonderful and amazing. And He thought He was great when He created me. And so I am great. I am beautiful. I am wonderful. Everything about me and everything about you is worth it. Everything about you is perfect and wonderful, and you should never feel bad about being you and bad about the things about you that don't necessarily feel good. Don't feel bad about them. Even when it feels like you're lying to yourself, tell yourself those things because they're true. And that's just something that I'm having to do right now, is really tell myself, like, I am beautiful, I am wonderful, everything about me is great. I dance around in the mirror like, I'm so cute, like, oh my God. And I relish in those moments where I feel pretty. I relish in those moments. I take like 1,000 pictures when I feel good, because I want to relish in those moments, because they make moments like right now a lot easier. Moments when I'm sitting in my room struggling to find a good thing to say about my appearance, I can hold on to those moments. I can hold on to when I felt good. And I'm having to learn not to seek validation from other people too. Because sometimes I don't feel pretty until somebody tells me I am. Or I'll dress up with the intentions of yeah, I gotta stun on them. I gotta make them look at me. Like, they need to look at me. They need to think I'm pretty. Like, I need somebody to see me and be like, wow, she is gorgeous. Like, wow, she is so pretty. And that is a bad habit, and I need to get out of that. And if you do that, you need to get out of that. Stop seeking validation out of other people. Stop looking for a compliment, fishing for a compliment, hoping somebody will tell you that you look good, hoping that somebody will make you feel better. Compliments are good, but you got to believe it in yourself. And I am having to battle that, because compliments are all fun and dandy until they stop. Because eventually people stop commenting on the video or on the picture. When you're in public, somebody every 5 seconds is going to be like, gosh, you're pretty. Oh my God, you're so pretty. Well, those pants look really good on you. Like, every few seconds, somebody's not going to be there to be your hype man. So you got to learn to be your own hype man. Once again, preaching to myself. And even though it's hurting to make this video, it feels good too. Because I'm speaking from my heart as if I'm speaking to somebody else. I am so big on helping other people, but I never know how to help myself or how to take my own advice. Ever. I've never been able to. My lips so ashy, y'all. I'm sorry. But I've never been able to take my own advice. And that's something that I'm hoping this video is a first step. If you haven't noticed that, like, since my birthday, I haven't posted a makeup video because I haven't liked myself in makeup, and I've stopped wearing it. Like, even though before I had stopped wearing it every day, because I used to wear it every day. And that was when I felt my best. Sadly, that's when I felt my best, when I wore makeup every day. And then I stopped wearing it, and my skin started clearing up, and I felt better. And my skin is a lot better from where it was last year when I used to wear makeup every day. But, you know, even that security and, oh, I don't have to wear makeup every day, I feel so pretty without makeup now. Like, even that goes away, because eventually, you know, you're going to get a pimple every once in a while. You're going to get scars every once in a while. You're going to, like, and this is just my insecurity. I know everybody has their different insecurities. Some people is weight, whether too small, too big. I have an insecurity of being too small. And I think it's an insecurity that's actually overlooked a lot of the time. You know, we talk about being too big, but we never talk about the feeling of being too small. But that's another video in itself. But my biggest insecurity is my skin. And so, you know, it seems like the only times I feel good without makeup is when my skin is top notch, like when it's perfection. But the only time I feel good about my skin is when it is perfection, like when it's smooth and none of my pores are showing, and, you know, those days when the scars just look a little bit faded and everything just looks okay, you know. Or I feel on those special occasions where I beat my face to the gods, and after like an hour of hating my makeup, I decide that, oh, it looks pretty and I should get over myself. But I guess the purpose of this video overall is to tell you that self-love is so important, and it's something that you've got to learn, and something that you have to hold on to and grasp. It's something I have to learn to grasp onto. It's something that anybody watching, I pray so hard that this video reaches somebody and helps somebody and makes them feel better. That is my prayer in this video, is that one of y'all watch this video and it really touches your heart and it makes a difference. that you are important, you are wonderful, and there's so much more to you than an appearance. You're smart, you're talented. There's so much about you that's so much more valuable than your appearance, and even your appearance is absolutely wonderful the way it is. Everything about you is wonderful. Everything about you is the way God wanted it to be. If God didn't want you to look the way you did, he would change it. If God saw a flaw in you, then he would change it. It's not a flaw. It's not a problem. Because if it was a problem and it was a flaw, God would have removed it from you. God wouldn't have put it in you. He wouldn't have naturally given it to you if he saw it as a flaw. If God cared about your acne, he wouldn't have given it to you. If God cared about your weight, he wouldn't have made you the size you are. If those things were what really mattered in this world and what really mattered in this life, then God would have created you to be this image of perfection. If that was really what mattered in this life, it is not what matters in this life, and it's not going to matter to me, and it's not going to overtake me anymore beyond this moment. It's not. I'm going to look in my mirror and I'm going to love myself because God loved me first. And God loves you first. Before you loved him and before you love yourself, God loved you. So no matter what it is that hurts you and tears you apart, just know that if God didn't want it, he wouldn't have given it to you, and he will remove it. These things that we put so much value on, like beauty and fashion and things and money, they're not what matters. I've decided that I am a wonderful person not because my skin is clear or my nails are done and I dress so pretty. I am a good person because I take care of other people and I love other people, and that is my passion and that is my dream, to touch somebody else's life. Those are the things that matter. What you do for other people, the type of person you are, the love you give, those are the things that matter. We constantly have to remind ourselves of what truly matters. I always forget what matters. It's so easy to forget what matters. Remember what matters and love yourself, and don't care about the things that don't matter. The condition of my skin, scarred up and messy, all of it, it don't matter. None of this matters. None of this matters. This don't matter. This don't matter. My hot mess edges that make me insecure don't matter. None of this matters. This matters. This is what matters. Remember that. Hold on to that. Grasp that. I love you guys so much. And I was doing a video. I was doing a video.
Why are you telling me?
Because you're in the video now.
You in my house. Is it live?
No.
Okay. They're gonna tell you.
But yeah, this is what matters. Remember what matters. You matter. Your soul, your heart, your mind. That's what matters. I love you guys so much. And I hope that this video touched you, or and that it meant something to at least one person. Yeah. Love you guys. Bye.